I understand. You see, when you start to learn your target language, there are so many variables that is going on at the same time and you're trying to make meaning out of it. And sometimes it is so confusing and frustrating. Imagine, you have your native language and your target language. There are so many differences and similarities that exist between the two. Sometimes you're like, how is this different from this? And how is this the same as this, right? I understand the frustration that comes out of it. And that's why today we're going to talk about a strategy that you can use to overcome this frustration. You see, to get a full value out of this video, I suggest you watch to the end. And if you stick with me to the end, I have a very interesting story from this notebook I want to share with you. So you know what? Stick with me to the end. Hello there. If today is your first time, I'm Isaac, and this is English Fluency Stars. Over the past week and in our previous videos, we've been talking about language learning strategies. If you haven't watched any of our videos yet, I suggest you watch this so that you can catch up with us. Today, we're going to talk about yet another effective, amazing strategy that you can use to enhance your language learning journey. So if you're ready, let's dive into it. All right, so today's strategy is called contrasting analysis. So what exactly is contrasting analysis? You see, contrasting analysis is a strategy that involves comparing and contrasting your native language with your target language to identify some similarities and differences that exist between the two languages. You see, I want you to imagine this. Just like comparing two recipes to understand their ingredients and techniques, comparing analysis as a strategy enables you to understand the different structures and patterns that exist within your target language and your native language. Now, let me give you an example in terms of differences that exist between two languages. See, Benjamin is trying to learn Turkish, right? Now, through contrasting analysis, he's able to know that the word structure in English is different from the word structure in Turkish. Normally, the word structure in English is subject, verb, object. However, the word structure in Turkish is subject, object, verb. You see, this understanding reduces the frustration and the confusion that would normally arise at the beginning of Benjamin's language learning if he didn't know the differences in terms of structures that exist between his native language and his target language. Another example in terms of similarities is Benjamin, through contrasting analysis, realizes that there are so many common words that exist in his native language, English, and his target language, Turkish, right? Like there are common words like vocabulary that have the same meaning, right, in both languages. So with this knowledge, what Benjamin does at the beginning of his language learning journey is to list all the common words, all the similar words that exist within the two languages, and then begin to memorize those words, begin to learn those words. Those words become his core vocabulary for starting his language learning journey. Now, this enables him to really approach the language in a far easier way. You see, what this does is that it enables Benjamin to approach his target language not as a clean slate, but with prior knowledge and already known information that exists within his native language that he can transfer to his target language because they are similar, because they are common. So with that being said, to apply contrasting analysis to enhance your own language learning, what you have to do is to first of all ask yourself, what are the differences and the similarities that exist within my native language and my target language? When you know these differences and the similarities, then you will approach your target language in a whole new way. You wouldn't approach your target language from a point of nothingness, but you approach it, with some prior information and already known inputs that will ease their language learning process for you. So this is how you can apply contrasting analysis to make your language learning journey way more easier and even faster. I promise you a story, and it's time for me to deliver it. Once, Tim entered into a chess tournament, but he confused the chess rules with checkers. Despite his confident moves, he lost all the game. Embarrassed but determined, Tim learned the rules again and he continued his journey to chess mastery. You see, upon this short note, what I want to say is that I know it's hard sometimes when you're learning, a new language. I remember when I was learning Turkish, it wasn't easy. It was so hard. It's so frustrating sometimes. You even want to give up, right? But what I want to say is that, you need to keep moving. But what you need to do is to evaluate yourself to identify the mistakes you're making so that you can correct them. But also, you need to evaluate the techniques and the strategies you're using and stick to those that work for you. So I believe that with determination, hard work, and consistent practice, you can reach fluency in your target language. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. If you found value in this video, I believe that you will find value in this one too. So click it and watch it. But before you do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. I'll see you in the next video.